Alyssa. In this video, I am going to show you how to do a continuous roll print with the iColor 250. So let's say you don't want just a short 12-inch set of stickers. Let's say you actually want like a full roll. So you have a customer that orders 100 stickers and you really want to be able to give them a whole sheet of stickers all in a roll, as opposed to like, you know, five different sheets of 10. Well, now that would only, yeah, that would be 50. Okay, that works. Anyway, so I'm going to show you how to do that. You have to set this up in the iColor custom cut software, and then we're going to print, and I will show you that. And of course, it also prints and cuts. That's the beauty of this iColor 250.
And what you want to do is start a new document. So I have, you can just click new if you haven't done it already to start a new project, and then just name it whatever you want. Now, you can start with a page size, whatever you want. However, we are going to eventually adjust this, so you're just going to keep that in mind. So we'll just, you can pick whatever it is you want. Let's just use 4.25 and by 6. All right. So when I do that, now I have this blank page. So I want you to think of this as what is going to be printed. Like, this is one individual set of whatever you are going to print is going to be in this area. So in this case, what we are going to do is we want to put those 2 stickers. So I'm going to go up to File, or I'm just going to go to Import, and I'm going to find the file on my computer. So I first need to find the file here. So I'll just to the logo. And hopefully we have it somewhere quickly. There it is. Okay, and I'm going to click open. So this will open in my work area, obviously, and it's going to probably be a size that needs to be adjusted. So once it opens, we will then worry about scaling. Now, as you can see, it's very big. So if I want to see what the actual size is, it's right here. So it's selected, and I can see it's 12 by 12. I only want it to be, these stickers to be 2 inches. So I want to keep the proportions and scale the stroke as well. So I'm going to click 2, and when I click enter, the entire sticker will adjust to 2 inches. So now I can move this on my work area, and if I put it as close to the top as I can and as close to the left side as I can, and I'm just using my directional arrows on my keyboard right now, but you could do it by hand as well, or with your mouse as well. You're going to set that up. So what I like to do so that I can just trace one, it'll just be traced. I'm going to select it, and then I'm going to click trace, and after it's traced, I'll duplicate it. Okay, so in this case, what I have is actually 2 trace lines, so I don't want that. So I'm going to increase this a little bit until I get a solid line, and then I'll click OK. So that's going to give me a solid line. Now, if you want to add a bleed, now is the time to do that. That's a whole other tutorial which I have videos on, so I'm not going to reiterate that here, but just know that if you want to add a bleed so that you don't get a white border around your designs, this is a good time to do it. Okay. All right. So let's take a look at this trace. Actually, I'm going to move this to the side because I think yes, I have 2 trace lines here. So what I'm actually going to do, I need to delete that. So if you have this issue, you're going to select your the trace line, and you can see I'm selecting from the layers panel over here, which I find to be a bit easier. If you right click and click break apart, that is going to allow you to delete one or the other. Okay, so did you see how I was then able to select that one? See how it's selected green? And now this one's red. You can also come over here to the layers panel, and now they're both, you can see there's 2 there. All right, so that is because I broke it apart. So I want to get rid of that inner one, so I'm just going to delete that. Okay, and now I'll be able to put these back how they were. All right, so we just want to make sure that they are exactly where they should be. Now, if you're having trouble, again, another little trick here, if you're having trouble getting this lined up, use the nudge tool, and that'll line it up exactly. Okay. All right, so then what I'm going to do is I'm going to select both from the layers panel, and I'm going to group these together. The reason I want to do that is because I want to duplicate, and I want to duplicate all of them. So I'm going to select now on my group. I'm going to click copy and right click paste. Okay, so now I have 2, and I'm going to position that directly next to the other one. So we're going to print, we want to print 20 of our stickers, but what I don't want to do is put a line of 10 two tens all the way down, because what that's going to do is it's going to print all 20 and then pull the page back and cut all 20. And that's when you get your print and cut off. The other thing is the max that you can make this page is actually only 12 inches, and we're going to need more than 12 inches in order to fit 20 on this page. So what you actually want to do is repeat the number of, or excuse me, you want to increase the number of pages that you print. So what we want to do now is actually change the page size to make it basically as close to the size of the image as possible. So I basically want to bring this all the way up here. So I'm going to go over here to my page size, and as you can see, we set it originally for 4.25. I'm going to set it to 4.25 by 2 and see what happens. Okay, so you can see what's happening now is that my designs barely fit. So I'm actually going to adjust that just a little bit. You can actually put a custom mat size in. So what we're going to do is we're going to put 2 by 2 point, or 4.25 by 2.25. And I'll click on that, and that is going to give us exactly what we need here, okay? So now from here, we are all completely set up, and we can move to the next step, which is telling the software here exactly how many pages of this we want. And you can guess, since we have 2 here and we need 20 stickers total, we need to increase our pages to 10.
We are going to go into the utility for your printer. So when you open up the utility, you're going to have the 4 options on the side. Now, so in this third tab here, what you're going to do is go to the output cut tab. And what you're going to do there is you want to either change this to say cut after, you do not want it to cut after every label, okay? What we want to do is, let's say we have 2 labels, 2 stickers on each sheet. And we want to print, let's say we want to print 20 of these. So that's going to end up being 10 sheets, because 2 times 10 is 20. So we're going to tell it that we want it to cut after 10 labels. So we will press 10 and then set. Now, the other thing that you could do, if you didn't want to have to do that little bit of math there, is you could press cut after button press, or cut after no activity, and the same thing would happen, that it would trim it off the main roll on your printer. Okay, so once this is set, that's all you have to do there. And then you're going to go over here and you're going to do file print. No, you're just going to click print. Okay, and that's going to bring up the print options here. Okay, so obviously you want to make sure that your printer is set to the iColor 250, and from this drop down you want to go to printer features. Okay, and this is where you are going to select the print quality. So I like to print in best. That gives me the best color. Now you have a bunch of options here, different ICC color profiles. So the first thing that you're going to do is you're going to determine what type of ink are you using. So right now I'm using I'm using the dye ink, and I know that I'm using gloss paper. So I could either select this, or you could use graphics and photos. So graphics is typically what I use for anything that is not an actual photograph. Okay, so it's up to you. This one I think comes out more accurate to the color, so I'm just going to select that. The rest of the options in the drop down here are not really anything that you're going to need to worry about. The one thing that you definitely want to change is, remember, we talked about we want 20 copies of our, what are these stickers. So I have 2 here and I need to make 20, so I need to change this to 10. Now, the reason that this is so beneficial as opposed to putting 10 rows down the page is because what this setup, where you only have the 2, is going to do is it's going to print these 2 and then it's going to cut it. And then it's basically going to repeat that 9 more times. That is what you are getting when you click copies. Okay, so instead of putting 10 all in one basically sheet, what that would do is it would print all 10 and then it would back it up and it would cut all 10. And what ends up happening with that is where you end up getting where your print and cut is off. So this is really the ideal setup for if you basically want to print a long extended kind of roll and you want to get the most accurate print and cut. Okay. All right, then you're just going to click print, and the printing is going to begin. So this is going to take just a few minutes. The iColor 250 is really a pretty fast printer, so we're going to let this print, and you will see how it will cut at the end. It's going to, I'm going to get a little bit of a closer shot for you so that you can see how it's first going to print one set, cut, repeat instead of print, 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 cut, 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 which is a little more risky. Now I think this is set number 10. So once this set is done with cutting, it is then going to slice across the full page, and this will fall off. Just what I said. Okay, so here you go. So you can see that that is how it prints in a roll. So okay, so you saw how that cut off the roll. So now you can see how you can print a full long roll. And this could have kept going. That didn't take too long. I don't know how long it took, maybe like 5 minutes or so to print all of that. And I will just show you how accurate this print and cut is. Let's just go to one in the middle where you can see that the edge of the sticker, which I had made a gray bleed line, is there. So there's no white on the outside of this sticker because I had a bleed line there. And that's how accurate this is going to be, whether you're at the top or the bottom. Now I can tell you, if you had gone ahead and, well, first of all, you wouldn't have been able to do this because this is probably close to 2 feet long. The max print length is 12 inches on the iColor if you're doing for a page. So that's why if you make the page basically the height of your design itself and then just tell it to keep repeating that, you will be able to basically trick it into doing really long print and cuts. All right, you guys, if you're interested in the iColor 250, I have other videos as well. This is a really, really great sticker machine. I love how compact and fast it is. Especially love that it works on a Mac too, because a lot of printers do not work on Mac. So this is a really big advantage here. Awesome if you have a sticker shop or just want to start a sticker business. You can do lots of things. So check out the other videos that I have as well. If you're interested in getting an iColor 250, what kind of bundles are available, other materials that it can print and cut on, make sure you check out the videos and all the links in the description. See you soon.